Hey, what's going on, missioners? Pisces lesson 101. A Mercury and Pisces friend or associate has taught me a very valuable lesson about my Piscean energy. She has taught me that I must deal more in my reality. Here's what I mean by that. Not as in live by sight, not by faith. I meaning be real with yourself. And here's what that means. I used to be stubborn for so long about shit, right? Not wanting to learn more marketing tactics, not wanting to do things different, not wanting to study, not wanting to learn, not wanting to try new things, right? But I said, I had to realize and say, wait a minute, your bank account is not where you want it to be, but you hella stubborn about shit. You hella stubborn about ideas and concepts and this, that, and the third. You be saying no to a lot of shit. But your bank account doesn't say, yeah, that's what's up. You can't be saying no and your bank account on flat line. You get what I mean? Like, and I realized, like, what used to aggravate me so much about this person is that she's not in reality. And here's what I mean. She always has an excuse to make her situation a lot better than what it really is. She's not grounded at all. Like, she's making it a lot better than what it actually is. Not accepting the abuse for what it actually is. And like finding some escape, some reason to stay in an abusive situation or a situation that doesn't serve her. And I said, it reflected onto me like, where are you doing that? And I'm here to remind all Piscean energies to stretch, especially live in reality. Now, you don't have to act from reality, meaning like you have to act like a poor person because your bank account's not this, or you have to act like an abused person because you've been through this and you've been through that, right? But don't act like your situation is always what it ain't. Or you're acting in like fantasy land. Like you're acting like your world doesn't exist because you have the basic comforts of life. And you carry every excuse, every reason why you don't want to do anything different. But you're in this situation for the past 10 years. The mind is a powerful thing when you train it to be in an abusive situation. You don't see nothing else. And how my childhood friend used to say, yo, you different because you got out the cage. Someone helped you get out the cage, meaning my parents' house. And now she was still in the cage of her parents' house. And she said, oh, why you don't want to fuck with me no more? Da, 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 da. I automatically grew. And I didn't want to fuck with the person. I didn't never say I don't fuck with the person no more. I didn't have a reason to stay in that cage anymore. When I experienced some freedom, I didn't want to experience that cage anymore. And here's the most dangerous thing about Pisces. Pisces will go back to the cage, have the key, lock themselves in, and say, I'm going to stay here because it's all I know. Yo, it's dangerous, B. It's dangerous. They'll say, oh, this is all I know. And sometimes they're worse than a Taurus. They'll say, oh, it's all I know, so I'm going back to my delusion. Because they don't want to wake up. Because it's easier to believe a lie than accept the truth. It's easier to say, to accept your truth and grow through that truth than accept the lie of where you are. And she made me realize, like, you too stubborn. You too stubborn about, oh, I don't want to do this, and I don't want to create this, and I don't want to go hard like this. But you not where you want to be. So what you mean you don't want to go hard and you don't want to believe in yourself? You don't want to count. You don't want to go all in on the person that can change everything. What you mean? What you mean you don't want to believe in the person that has the power to change everything, which is you? And that takes an extreme amount of accountability. You feel me? Like, here's what I understood now. It's like, yo, like, when you live in this delusional la la land, you tend to think, oh, I'm this and I'm that and I'm this and I'm this. I'm such a fan of grounding myself, because when I'm ungrounded, I stay in la la land. I think or okay, let me not say that la la land, right? When you not grounded, you sit in shit until you no longer smell it. And you'll be walking around with shit stains all on your ass. But because it's what you've been sitting in for so long, it's like that's what she said, black mother of Hollywood. She said something so profound. She said, be careful how long you sit in shit. Because if you sit in it long enough, it stops smelling. So when I'm not in that scenario no more, and I said, what you doing reeks. It stinks. She doesn't realize it stinks because she's been in it for so long that, and I wouldn't even say she likes it, but she says, I'm not gonna clean myself up because this is all I know. And I said, and that's the same thing in every area of life. If you sitting in shit, whether that means you're broke, you're emotionally not there, you're spiritually not there, you're mentally not there, you gotta be careful of sitting in shit for so long that it stops stinking. And I'm there with my finances right now, especially. Sitting in shit for way too long because it's all I know. I don't know riches. And that's why Ashna Sarat beautifully said, you don't fear failure, you fear success. All you know is failure. You comfortable with failure. Failure is your best friend in this motherfucker, because failure, yo, you coddle at bed tonight. You coddle at bed tonight with failure. You coddle at bed at night with losing. Success is your fear. Because you don't know, because you are so afraid it might actually work. And that's what I've been telling my friend, like, yo, you're afraid that if you bet on yourself, it will actually work out for you. And I said, you doubling all these factors. And I'm like, yo, every time she speaks to me, she don't got a better story. And I'm sitting here trying to protect her spiritually from a bird's eye view. And I'm like, yo, your situation due to, here's the thing, you can't heal dysfunction in a dysfunctional circumstance. Let me say that again. You can't heal dysfunction in a dysfunctional sick circumstance. You got to step out of that dysfunctional circumstances so you can see yourself clearly. And that's where I love living on my own, and I love the fact that I take the courage to leave, because I get to see myself and hold myself accountable and have the courage to look at myself, because ain't nobody was checking for me. My parents wasn't checking for me. And here's what I mean, my parents wasn't checking for me. My parents wasn't helping me fulfill my dreams and my goals and my visions. My parents was helping me do that to the bare minimum extent, as in the way that made them comfortable. fulfilling my duty to go to college. And that's cool. But that's it. But I hated being in college and I was starving, didn't have no money. Like what and I was supposed to do all this work, but I didn't know where my next dollar was coming from. It was bothersome. How do you focus on school? You don't even know how you're going to eat, how you're going to get on the bus, how can you afford your books? Like, who wants to think like this? I'd rather be going living on my own and figuring out that, because that's more real life than this bullshit. And I'm telling you, man, you got to stop living in delusion. You got to stop living in delusion. Because you thinking your circumstances or your situation is a lot better than what it actually is. You sitting in shit, and you gotta look at yourself and say, am I sitting in shit? Real rap. Am I sitting in shit? And there's a new shit every level. So you could be a millionaire now, and that's your new shit. You still gotta move. You still gotta grow. You still gotta you in a better circumstance. You may not be sitting in shit, but you may be sitting in another. You know how you in another level of comfort zone. Shit is just a way of saying comfort. You feel me? Like, she just reflected to myself, like, yo, and I keep trying to tell her, like, and I know I'm not here to save her and all this other stuff, but I'm like, yo, what are you doing? You always got some, and everything that she's telling me is like it's fake. And this is why I personally, side tangent, I don't really like Aquarius, because they always telling you some fake shit. If you gonna be with me, keep it a hundo. If your friends gonna be with you, keep it a hundo. If your family is real, keep it a hundo. If your friends is real, keep it a hundo. Don't have fake niggas around you and then no one really caring for you but me. Shit. Like, I hate that. I hate dealing with people who realize I'm the only real one in their circle after they fucking fall, beat they fucking ass up, and I'm supposed to look out for you all of a sudden because, you know, I'm the only real one in your motherfucking circle. The fuck? But man, stop living in delusion, man.